Selam, good people, wherever you are listening to us, can I ask for your help? Would you share this episode and would you subscribe? You have no idea how much it helps us. It helps us stay on the air. It helps people who are looking for African-focused, positive content to find us. And most importantly, it gives more space to the amazing people who share their stories on Selam and Hello. So two things, subscribe, and secondly, please share our work to every cousin you got. We are so grateful. Asante sana, namaste natin. Selam African Interiors, karibuni to our home. Selam, my name is Lilly Bekele-Piper. I am a creative entrepreneur. I work in both media and design. I have been in Nairobi for a long time, raised my kids here over 14 years, but I am an Ethiopian immigrant both to Nairobi and as a child to the US. And before living in Nairobi, we were in Addis Ababa for many years. So it's been a blessing to make the continent our home these last 2 decades. I am one of those very lucky women who married her college sweetheart. So my husband, Ben, is the best part of my life. And we together have 4 amazing kids who life would not be complete without. They're now much older, so our last born is finishing high school and heading to uni soon. And we're heading into a new chapter of our lives. But yeah, that's a little bit about our Ethiopian, Kenyan, Nairobian American family. So welcome to our living room. We spend a lot of time here when we're entertaining in particular, and the holidays, this is like all the activity happens here. I used to say for many years that books were my friends. I still believe that. So we love books in this house, and my husband has recently gone to like a tablet, but I'm still a hardback girly. And so anyway, lots of books. We've kind of organized all of our African books on that side, African authors, and we have a whole shelf just for Ethiopian authors. And then this is like my Black American authors, memoirs, fiction, different things like that. I mean, I don't know, probably nobody cares, but me, I love my books. And then the heart of this room to me is 2 things. One, our yellow piano, but also this beautiful photograph by an amazing Ethiopian photographer. Her name is Gannaye. Just amazing. She has such an eye for capturing landscapes, for capturing people. And this is a picture of the Amhara region of Ethiopia, likely a farmer who's sitting down for a break. But to me, it's like a window into another world, into home. So this is really like the heart of our home. And a few years ago, we went to see dear friends in Senegal, and we brought back this chest, which to me is a piece of art. And it says on it Neofar, which is the Wolof version of kind of like Tuko Pomoja, we're together, something like that. So anyways, my husband thinks it's unnecessary, but I love it. So they say the kitchen is the heart of the home. That's definitely true for us. We both like to eat, but we also like to cook and entertain. So we spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Bits and pieces of this have turned into, again, like expressions of the things we love. This is bought here locally from a dear friend. This frame is, I will fail to remember the name of the artist. Monsieur Guillet, something like that, from Senegal. He's one of the master glass artisans. So they have this beautiful tradition there of taking glass and then painting on it. So this has got 2 sides to it. Adding some fun and family pictures there. And the rest of the kitchen in some ways is probably maybe a contemporary African kitchen, a modern African kitchen, because definitely we need our conveniences. This is more of the glass art. And then Marcus Samuelson, who is an Ethiopian chef, quite well known. He had a line of teas, and I just loved these tins called Anbasa, which means lion in Amharic. And this tray is actually from a local Kenyan artist who's a bit of beadwork and brass. And of course, Ubuntu, this I was in South Africa for work and saw this and just really captures, I think, one of my core values. I am because we are. The rest of the kitchen, you know, I've got pictures of my kids like everywhere. Maybe it's a bit much, and a bit of their also art. I mean, this is also art, I think, you know, in its own way. I think this is from my daughter, Saron, when she was little, made that. You know, this is a mortar and pestle we got in Egypt. It's alabaster. So unfortunately, in an aggressive day of spice pounding, I broke the pestle part or the mortar part, whatever part this is, but I've kept it because, I don't know, it's just a beautiful reminder of love and good food. And the rest of the kitchen really, you know, we have these high ceilings. And so when I was in Ethiopia a few months ago, I was in Arba Minch, which is a town in the southern part of the country. And there were these beautiful baskets. And traditionally, these baskets, you know, you would put them under injera, which is our traditional food. It's a fermented bread. Bread is not really the right word for it, but it's really central to our food. So traditionally, these baskets would be underneath the injera. In some places, there are baskets like this that are used to actually toss the teff grain to help separate it. But anyway, there were some ladies in the market selling this, and I was like, these would look great on my wall. So anyway, in a very heavy luggage later, I brought them back, and it brings me great joy to see them in the mornings, just a reminder of love and care of our people. So this room is small, but we really used like every inch of it. So in this corner, we have a photograph from a good friend, Rebecca, who was raising money to help offset the dowries of young South Sudanese women. Kakuma, so she had an event called Catwalk to Freedom a couple of years ago. So this photograph is actually from my friend Armstrong, an amazing Kenyan photographer who took this picture, and just a reminder of the strength, you know, of our people. And more glass art from Senegal. I kind of fell in love with Senegal, just totally. If you're an artist or creative, it's a place that completely inspires at every turn. And so more glass art. I don't know where I got this, somewhere, you know, at a market here. And this basket is from my dad's hometown of Harar, Ethiopia, which is one of the holiest cities in Islam. And so, yeah, just a reminder of my Abba and my love for him, and a piece of that story here too. I love finding pieces here in Nairobi that are also from places I haven't been yet. It's a dream of mine to someday maybe go to India. And there's a local company called Trade Routes Furniture that does bring in beautiful Indian pieces. And again, you know, to me, it's the connectivity of culture, because you can see in so many of this design and this wood that came from India, this mimicking of that Swahili coast, you know, the Swahili tradition of wood carving. So you see maybe different images and different expressions. Here, the sunbeams here, but again, just that craftsmanship that really comes through. And, you know, we're always keeping the ancestors close, you know, they're never far. So a few years ago, there's a great bookstore in Washington, D.C. called Sankofa Bookstore, which is founded by the great Ethiopian filmmaker Haile Gerima. And this poster was in the window of the bookstore, and I just had to have it. You know, our other son is named for Nelson Mandela, and so this is, they told me, an original election poster from the '94 election when he was running for president. And then, of course, Patrice Lumumba. Where would the world be without the work of Patrice Lumumba? And so just having a reminder that Lumumba not only is the Congo, but Lumumba is us, Lumumba is today, kind of just keeps us centered, keeps us reminding, you know, what our purpose is. Easy to get caught up on, you know, what's keeping us distracted, but our purpose is always going to be the liberation of our people. And so that to me comes into design. For me, it's an adding it's adding joy to this space. Maybe some people would have regulated, kind of this kind of political messaging to one space. But for me, liberation is a part of the story. It's a part of the creative expression. And so that's joined by, these beautiful necklaces from northern Kenya and different from Samburu people. This is from South Africa. This is from Ethiopia. Again, that beading tradition, that different but connected. So welcome to my office. I'm one of those people, I'm fortunate to be able to work from home and create at home, which has been a real blessing the last couple of years with so much transition in the world to be able to have a space at home. We're getting ready to restock some new products in Gorobet, our store. So this is more of the Amina textiles. These are some of our scarves. Maybe I'll put one on. This is Ethiopian gabi mixed with baule from Cote d'Ivoire. So this is like a shawl and a wrap, and we're having a lot of fun playing with the colors and the textures with this. So this is some of that's coming soon to Gorobet. And one of the fun combinations we've also been working on is using recycled glass beads from Ghana and adding the Coptic crosses to make prayer beads, doing some short ones like blessing beads, some longer ones. These are all kind of ready for a final inspection and check before we put them into the shop. And this is just more art. One of my favorites, Michael's Soy. I love that she's looking down with me. It's a very feminine space, feminine strength in this. So if you actually look around, you'll see all the art has features women in it. This is actually a woven basket from Ethiopia that I'm kind of using as a bulletin board. It was just sitting in my closet. I was like, I need something to punch little things in. So it was perfect kind of solution. My daughter made this piece of art. It's meant to speak about nature. It's actually called Go Outside Kid. It's actually for sale, I should say that, because she's in the process of trying to raise her fees for uni. So she made this piece of art, and I love it because her dad, when they were little, used to always say to them, "Go outside, kid." So this is a tribute to her dad. And so the fabric that we're playing with here, this is some more baule. I think I have some indigo down here from Cote d'Ivoire. And so just playing with the different textures and bringing them together for some new products coming up. And just more art on the wall. That's Tabeb from Ethiopia. Like I said, I believe in bringing nature into every space. So, lots of plants. I have to admit that I don't remember who some of the artists are over there, but more feminine art. The yellow in the middle is actually my daughter's. Did a painting of me. It's like string art and a kind of a negative space, kind of using like what you don't see on camera. So I really love that. It's funky and different. And so Selam and Hello, my media company, I was really lucky. I asked the organizer to take my logo and make it art. So what you see behind it, those characters, that's the Is alphabet, which is how we read and write. And so that's Selam over and over again in repetition. And then he just had this beautiful interpretation of Selam and Hello's logo, which I just love and kind of anchors this space here.